Everybody, Johnny Be Good here. 1 hour ago I gave Blue a bath at the Blue Beacon, thinking that it was a beautiful sunny day, and here we are. Here comes the snow. I don't know, I am not a superstitious person, but it seems to me that every time every truck driver gets a wash, it either rains, snows, or a bird will do a good number of polishing your truck, especially rain. Just rain and snow. Hopefully it will just be a dusty snow. I suppose the snow won't bother nothing, but when they start putting the salt on the road, you know, then that's where the tears starts falling down. Anyway, I am located today in Florence, Kentucky, y'all. You all. I could never get that right. Hey, maybe that was Eric. Hey, Eric, was that you? Let's see. One of the things that I remember is on the comments, the timestamp on the camera. I don't think that the camera has a timestamp, although it has a feature where you can adjust the time and date, but I have not figured out how to make it show up. Oh, this is exit only. I have not figured out how to make it show up on the screen, on the display. And besides, if everything was in automatic mode, then I would run out of things to say, right? So today is January 16, 2014. Temperature here is 25 degrees, but according to Blue, it's 32 degrees. Once again, I just passed the TA back there in Florence, Kentucky. We are currently on Interstate 75. I will be picking up Interstate 71 shortly towards Columbus, Ohio. Many of you out there have commented about the vibrations and the irritating noise when I put the camera on the mirror mount. Sad to say that that noise is actually coming from the inside of the camera. It's actually the LCD that's vibrating. And you gotta face it, as good of a view that is outside the truck, without any comments or of any kind of content as far as topic goes, it becomes just another video of millions and millions of videos. But I've noticed in my own experience as far as watching other videos is the video gets interesting when you actually hear somebody say something or that is different from the rest, right? I mean, one video to the other is just the same. I mean, there's got to be millions of videos out there like what I'm doing. But only me, I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Not that I have any unique insight. Or any comment that I make is in authoritative manner. By the way, if you guys are interested out there of trucking, see that dually on your left with that long trailer right there? I heard that's pretty good business, hauling cars like that. You'd be surprised that they would make almost the same amount of money as these big trucks with less maintenance and a lot cheaper equipment. Central Church of the Nazarene. So if I had the money, would I invest it in a big truck or invest it in a little contraption like that? But then again, if I had the money to start a business, I don't know. I have somewhat of a passion to make a kind of like a deli restaurant kind of a thing, you know, where people can hang out. Not necessarily a fancy restaurant, it just, and I think it would be somewhat unique because my wife, as you guys know, cooks really, really well. And I think people would be interested in her cooking because it's, well, for one thing, it tastes good. Second, it's different from the American dish. My wife is, hey, by the way, my wife is a somewhat of a self-taught, as she said. She never did any cooking when she was a younger age. My wife grew up really, really poor. By the way, that's Cincinnati in front of us. That you can't really see that much, but I think it should come a little bit clearer as we approach it. So a special shout out to the king of Cincinnati, Eric Smith. How you doing, bud? I can just imagine Eric parking in a get-off ramp. He'd be looking for a blue truck, a WEL blue truck. Anyway, my wife grew up really poor, and only when she came here in the United States that she had the means to start experimenting of cooking. And I tell you what, man, well, if you don't believe me, just look at my weight. I'm serious, she's a really good cook. In fact, most of her Filipino friends and her co-workers loves her cooking. So I wouldn't mind putting up a somewhat like a deli, not necessarily a restaurant, but just, you know, like a fast food kind of a thing. Sandwiches, odds and ends of foods. Not really that formal of a menu. Then I'd go and I'd give Barbara Adler a plane ticket. Bring her over and she can cook all the American food. Because as you guys know, she is a chef who's out of work. So once again, I encourage you guys to, if you guys have the means to help out, Barbara Adler could sure use your help. She lives in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The last time I heard, she was being evicted. As many of you guys know or may not know, that Gettysburg is a tourism town. And I guess it's a pretty dead town in the wintertime. So once again, if you guys could help her out, go to Walmart and send 50 bucks. It will only cost you, I think, $4. $4.50, I think it is. So $55, man. You guys can help out a lady who is in need. Well, I better get over Blue. Better get over Blue before Eric Smith gives us a ticket. Hey Eric, no offense intended. I'm just kind of picking on you. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Columbus, Ohio is 117 miles away from this point. Okay, boy, I think we better get over one more lane, Blue. Looks like my wiper blades is froze up. Well, I suppose, do you guys want to see some more of this stuff or what? Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say here, or to see and say, so we'll cut it from here. Catch you later. Johnny B. Good here. Peace.